What's going on, YouTube? I just got home like 2, 3 minutes ago. So I'm rushing to get out here to get everything set up.
What's going on, YouTube?
Uh-oh.
I just got home.
All right. Had to get the YouTube side muted. So how's everybody doing today for a Monday? Crystal, she's in there. She's getting dinner already, which is nice. I had a long day at work. So, oh, I know I forgot to do something. Like I just got home, and I just got out here to the garage just to be able to get everything set up. I'm still working on it all. Hey, John. What's up? Appreciate you being here. Hey, Tank. Yep, that's something I need to have. Appreciate y'all being here. Oh, yeah, like I said, usually it takes me 5 to 10 minutes trying to get everything set. And it's like, yeah, I come in and it's like, I am trying to get everything done right now. So some of the things I normally do, I got time. But today, nope. Had so much to try and get done at work. Hey, John. Hey, if he's willing to pay me $100, I'll take it off. Hey, Lorna. Hello, love. But hey, it was getting to be too hot and everything, and I was thinking about going and getting a haircut, and it was like, hey, if Briggs wants to pay the money, I'll take it off. He paid, so I took it off. What's up, Renegade? How you doing? But well, I can't help that, John. But speaking of the devil, there's the guy that paid for my haircut.
Hey, you know something? You need a lollipop. You look like Kojak.
Nah.
You got the right glasses for it. Come on. Who doesn't like Telly Savalas? The ones you just took off. The ones you just took off. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like Telly Savalas?
True. I just got through watching another movie with him in it.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
Telly Savalas is an awesome guy. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
His war movies were actually good too. He had that perfect accent.
Well, he had the perfect attitude for the movies.
Hey, you know something? He was no offense, he was an asshole, but he was a nice asshole.
No, John, I don't. Hey, I got a cigarette. Yep. Kelly's Heroes. Actually, I do have that movie on DVD. I love that one.
I've got that on DVD too, and I got the entire Kojak series on DVD.
Now, I just got through watching McKenna's Gold, and he's in that.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor. That's for sure. We got no booze. Yeah, it was good in Dirty Dozen.
Oh, Dirty Dozen. That was I think is my favorite movie he did.
That I like that one, but to me, I think it would have to be Kelly's Heroes by far.
Yeah, I give you that. They're both good though.
Right. I mean, he had a bigger role in Kelly's Heroes than he did in Dirty Dozen. Yeah, she's hiding in the kitchen. The birthday girl is. Now, I'll put it like this. I'll tell you one thing. What the hell are you complaining about?
I'm flipping off my computer. I'm
Oh.
the tablet, I should say. I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah. But now I'll put it like this. Crystal is the only person I know of that she can legally celebrate her birthday twice a year because of a clerical error. Yep. Hello. 3 different chats, Tank. How you keeping them all separate? But no, when she was born and everything, she was born on the 6th of June and everything. And her mom wound up going back to the hospital to get a birth certificate. And the hospital goes, "Are you sure she was born?" And it was like, her mom was holding her, says, "Yeah, isn't this proof enough I gave birth to a girl?" And anyways, they didn't have any record of it. So the clerical mistake was, "Oh, well, we'll do it on the 5th." But technically she was born on the 6th. So she celebrates her birthday on June 5th and 6th. But legally, on paperwork and everything, it's the 5th. But technically, it was the 6th.
I know people that they call the whole month of whatever is their birthday month or the whole week.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't do that. I only do it on the actual birthday. Now I tell you, there's one person I'd like to know, and that is, how does a person celebrate their birthday if they're born on February 29th?
Technically, they would have to do it March 1st.
Yeah, but there's all
on the dates on separate leap year, and then leap year they'd have to do it on the 29th. I mean, that's the way I would do it.
Well, I mean, considering the fact there is a March 1st every year.
Yep. I mean, what else? I mean, technically, what else could you do?
Well, I guess every 4 years you celebrate it, so that means you're born on the 29th. 4 years later, you're 1 year old.
There you go.
What's up, Jungle Bob?
Boy, but chronologically, whatever you want, how you pronounce it, when you're 50, what would that make you? 500 years old?
I don't know.
I mean,
it'd be like what, 200? Yeah.
I mean, still either way, it'd still be old,
Right. But yeah, I do know that a lot of people, they do celebrate, March 1st. But
good thing the Social Security Administration don't go by that date. Man, you'd be an old fart by the time you got to retire.
No kidding.
You'd never retire. You might as well say, I'm never going to be able to retire. They'll never give it to me till I'm legally 67.
Just run for president.
You know something? Who the hell would want to be a president? There's only, I can think of only one ex-president that's probably alive today that no one would want to, you know what I mean, do him in. We don't want to say it here. That's Jimmy Carter. He's so old, decrepit, but he's done so much since he's done more since he left office than he ever did while he was in office.
Yeah.
I mean, no one would touch him. I mean, if anybody has a grudge against Jimmy Carter now, after all these years, they got a screw loose, a big screw.
Oh, look who we got running for. Look who we have as president right now.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, serious question. If next election they nominated Jimmy Carter as the Democratic nominee, and it was or the independent will say it was Jimmy Carter at 90 some years old or Biden, who would you vote for?
Carter.
Ain't that sad? No, I mean, I said that the last time.
I definitely would have to go for the peanut farmer.
Yep, the most he would do is give away. He's probably lost half his peanuts. He just give away free peanuts.
Yeah. By the way, what's the price of diesel up that way?
Well, I can tell you right now. I just got a receipt. Are you holding on to something?
Yeah.
I'll give you. I'm gonna let you guess. Okay. I got. Let's see here.
What we're gonna do? Prices right here.
Yeah, sort of. I got 62 gallons of diesel, 1.5 gallons, basically a gallon and a half of diesel exhaust fluid, and then the reefer fluid. No, not reefer, but reefer fluid, which is like off road, like we were telling you about that one time.
Right.
I got 16 gallons of that. I got 16.638 of that. The diesel is $6.99.
Oh shit!
Depth is $4.59, and I pay $4.59 per depth. I got 20 gallons of reefer, $6.39 for reeper, 106. So $398, $6.94, 106 for grand total of $512.
Damn.
So that's my cost out of my operation per day, and thank God they pay for half my fuel bill. Otherwise, I'd be eating ramen noodles.
Yeah. And everybody's kind of wondering why the prices on everything's going up. Gee, I wonder why. When you got the price of fuel going up, astronomically like that, yeah, you're paying more to get the stuff delivered. So yeah, it's going to cost you more money.
Oh yeah, I've already been asked a couple people if I've raised my rates. I said, well, they have to raise them as fuel goes up. I get more.
Yeah.
Do some paperwork. You don't need to see that.
Well, I know for me, I got gas in the bike, and I didn't even get 5 gallons, and that was $25.
Did you see that link I sent you where you can download the manual?
Yeah, the only problem with that is that it would go to the computer, and I mean that's good and everything, but the only problem is the fact that the bike's out front, computer's in here.
Mute for a second.
Hang on, guys.
Let's see.
Isn't that pitiful?
I'm asking her to give me something to drink. What's up, Tommy?
Hi guys, back in a minute.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know. So
Yes,
Mater, I gotta ask, what did your boss say when you walked into work?
I got a few comments at work.
Yeah. Do tell.
Hey, I just told them that, you know, I asked you how much, I said, I asked one of the guys on the live stream how much he'd pay if I wound up shaving my head on a live stream, and said, yeah, he said he'd be willing to pay me $100. So as soon as it hit my, the cash app and everything, okay.
Did they say you were crazy?
No. And a lot of them say it looks good.
I think you look good with it. You're one of the few people I know that can pull off a shaved head good. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't want to hurt Mick's feelings, but you look better bald than he does. He's got some bumps on his head, probably from bumping into things because he's so damn tall.
I mean, I've got a few. I mean, I've got one little scar that's like right here, and
but it don't show up on camera.
I know, but I mean, if I bent over and had solo and everything, yeah, you'd be able to see it. But that's because I wound up stepping up too fast when I got inside the van years ago and hit my head right there on the door jam.
Wait a second. Renegade says, oh, hey, 100's 100. Hey, Renegade,
Yep.
I'll send you $100. You come up and shave your head on Maynard Stream.
Hey, he'd probably do it for about 300, the head and the beard.
Yeah, I paid 300, but I'd pay $100 shave his head. Then he could. What's that guy? Oh, he looked like the guy from Breaking Bad. Then.
That's up to him. All right, got my drink. Be right back.
Tempting, he says. He says it's tempting.
That's up to him.
Tempting.
Like I said, that's entirely up to him. If he wants to, if you're willing to pay and he's willing to do it, that's up to him.
Hey. We could do this every Friday. Every Friday, come up. Mater could do sponsor a live stream, and he can get views, and I'll send $100 every Friday to anybody wants to shave their head. Sounds good to me.
Oh, I like what Tommy said. He'll send you $100 if you do it on Mix.
That'd have to be 200. I'd have to think about that. Because I look ugly with a bald head. I know what I look like with a bald head. I've seen myself with a bald head.
Yeah, but just think about it like this. It grows back.
Oh yeah. I'd start to think about it. I couldn't do it right away, to be honest with you, because my niece is having a wedding, and I got to give her away in August. At the beginning of August, I am not going to try and grow a head of hair between now and the beginning of August. After she's married, I'm game.
Well, how long would it take to grow back?
Oh, my hair grows slow. I can grow a beard in less than 3 days, but my head, forget it. It'd take me 6 months to even begin. I'd have a buzz cut in 6 months. But I don't know. Don't ask me why that is.
I'm surprised you didn't want to take me up on my offer for the winter time. And I was even going to top it. I was going to say, wintertime, when we got snow and everything coming down, I'll do a live stream I'll do the exact same thing, and I'll have Crystal put some snow on top of my head.
Yeah,
But
for what? 200?
That's going to cost you more than $100.
What? 200?
Keep going.
Oh, how much? 5? I'll meet you in the middle. 300, without the snow. How's that? 300 without.
How about
325? 325.
400.
No, I ain't go 400. 335.
I have to think about it.
Going on. Okay, well, let me know about February.
Well, it might be January.
Hey, there you go. Either way, it'd be colder than hell. So what your biker guys say the next day?
They didn't say anything. I mean, we had 150 plus, that was on the bikes, but that don't include all the ones that were doubled up.
No, Tommy, I ain't chicken. I just don't want to embarrass my niece at her wedding. She don't want to look at her uncle as a cue ball on her wedding.
I can definitely understand that from her point.
I mean, if I went to her wedding with a bald head, she'd be like, Uncle Scott. Yeah.
Let's go down to the wig shop here real quick.
Yep, there you go. Get you a wig.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't even want to guess what that would cost. It cost as much as I made.
Hell, you can probably go to a thrift store and find one.
Not around here. Yeah.
Crystal, you could always just crochet in one.
Oh God, you are crazy.
No.
I can see you crocheting him some dreadlocks.
Oof. No, I would have to crochet a regular beanie like I did you, and then I have to take the yarn, sew it into that.
Maynard, I would let Polar Bear Ed trim part of his beard and make a toupee out of that and be Snow White before I would wear a crocheted head.
Hey, maybe he might do that.
All it is, Briggs, is they take a beanie hat, one that comes right behind your ears, and they take more yarn and lock into it. They do a lot of that for little girls who are in cancer, and they will do like the princess wigs.
Jeff Shade, you missed it Friday night when I did it live.
You might as well say Crystal did it live. You were screwing it up too bad. Crystal didn't want to have you miss everything. You were looking bad.
Well,
but
it was
right. Well, I was, like I said, trying to look on the monitor here, and everything is all backwards. Let's say compared to looking in a mirror.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, I don't blame her. I'm just saying. She had to fix it because you look bad.
Yeah, and I still have a couple little spots. Total though, it's not even not even bigger than a dime all over. So that's all right. Yeah. No, they do it at they'll make like Rapunzel and Ariel, and the dentists they'll make hats. Ew.
Hell no, John. Hell no.
They will make beanies like I just showed you, and they'll put extra yarn on it and braid it for the little girls. I mean, I don't know if they do for the boys or not, but I don't see why they would.
Hell no, John. unless you got some wild imagination. Now there you go. People say I'm crazy. I wouldn't even suggest such a thing.
That I'll take chest hair, and that's stinky and sweaty. I'm not even going down there.
You might as well take underarm hair. I don't care. I ain't taking that either.
I know anything above the waist though, it would be better than that. That's for sure.
Well, at least it ain't hair coming from the crack.
No comment.
That's what he was talking about.
But I guess we'll have to ask Polar Bear if he'd be willing to do that for you.
Yeah, I don't think so. I can't see Ed trimming enough hair off his beard to make something like that. I wouldn't ask him anyways. Ed would look weird, but that'd be like me calling up Ed saying I'll give him 10,000. I don't even think if I offered Ed 10,000 to shave his head, his beard off, he'd do it.
No, I mean he might take about a half inch or something because that would be the dead ends that need to be trimmed up to keep it healthy. But that would be about it.
I mean, I don't know. I should rephrase that. If I offered him 10 grand, he'd probably and I gave it to him in cash. I'm sure he would think real hard about shaving that thing off.
You give 10 grand, and a lot of people would think real hard about that.
Yep. Well, I do know two guys were offered $1 million apiece, and for them to shave off their beards. They said no.
ZZ Top?
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Both guys were offered $1 million apiece to shave their beards off. They said nope.
Renegade, he probably would, but it's all good. Yeah, for 10K, I would be willing to shave mine down. But yeah, he would have to show up here and do it in cash, in hand, and then I would I'll get the majority of it. Uh-oh. We lost Briggs. Nope, there. Oh, there's Arnie. Do you want him up?
Yeah.
Okay, he got him. Hi, Arnie.
Yep, I got Arnie.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Crystal.
Are you guys fixing a raid from Kel? Or you just dropped out of there?
I just dropped out of there.
Okay. Yeah, she knew I'd be in there much longer. So.
Yeah. Anyways, both of us just got out of ER a while ago.
You and your mom?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Was up with?
My mom's blood sugar dropped 57, and mine dropped because I took too much insulin because mine was really high. And so I took another shot, and then all of a sudden it just dropped drastically.
Okay,
Wow.
so your mom's dropped down to 57, and then you basically accidentally OD'd on your insulin to get yours down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're out, you're better, so that's good. Just keep a better eye on it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lorna.
Welcome
I
back.
hope you're doing better, sweetie. Well, she was always live and said she didn't feel that well, so. But yeah, y'all guys just start keeping a better eye on it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I've said before, you and those high numbers. And with your mom dropping like that a lot, because that's the second time in a month that she's had ER. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. That is low.
Yeah. 57 is if she dropped it below 50, it's almost diabetic coma.
Yeah,
She
Renegade
was.
well, Renegade saying his was been as low as 34.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
34 is pretty much they're admitting him to get him up. Because that low, they want to get him up quick, but they have to do it safely. And a
Oh, yeah.
hospital is a lot better than 57 is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because earlier we were at the bank, and then all of a sudden I just started feeling like so sluggish and so clammy. And then I
Yeah.
told my mom to go in and get some suckers. Because the always had suckers there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you were able to get yours. He probably did like you and caught it and got it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, 710?
Even after seeing it at the hospital, it still dropped a little bit, but not as much as it did before.
Yeah, but at least y'all guys were able to get it under control. Oh, Lorna Love, I got her. Aw.
I don't know.
Hey, you're too slow in your young age.
Homemade mac and cheese. The only problem is it's a little salty, and I didn't get enough water off the noodles. So,
Yeah, the cheese is kind of powdery still.
no, I didn't use any powder cheese.
What'd you use?
The shredded and Havarti, my packaged cheese.
Once in a while, I'll make homemade mac and cheese.
Okay.
Best mac
You
and
did,
cheese
Bill?
is made with white cheddar and pepper jack even.
It depends on where you're at. And this is what I had. He ain't getting my Munster.
Oh, I wouldn't use Munster. I wouldn't use Munster.
It's what I had in the icebox because we didn't have enough shredded cheese. Lorna, you okay?
I don't like I'd never liked shredded cheese.
Okay. Well, I put butter and milk, and I get that hot. Then I put cheese in there to melt. And,
Now, do you use stick butter? Do you use stick butter or the tub?
it depends on what I use stick because I had some that was open that needed to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I use stick exclusively for that. You know what makes some of the best stick butter? And I'm not saying it just because it's got my name on it, but Keller stick cheese is some of the best stick cheese out there.
That must
Tommy,
be a
no.
new brand.
Yeah. No, I haven't because I was working on it late last night and everything. And then, of course, this morning I had to be at work. So, I mean, I didn't get home. I got home, about 2 minutes before I was supposed to go live.
Yeah, right at.
So, I haven't had a chance to even, look at it. I mean, I got home for lunch. And other than that, I really haven't been home all day. I'm going to be working on it hopefully
Tomorrow,
throughout the
since you
week.
don't have a live. Yeah, I love Munster. I'll buy the bags of sliced cheese. I'll do Munster, Havarti, and Gouda are my favorites. And I'll just sit there and eat the slices.
Yep.
And we also put my dog's pills in the Munster. But yeah. No, I've never heard of the Keller brand of cheese, so that must be from up north. Okay, I'm gonna switch it out. So there you go. Check your YouTube, sweetie. Okay, I don't hear it now. Never mind.
Yeah, I try to close it out real quick.
Hey, Anthony.
Hi,
How you doing?
Anthony.
Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Yeah, I won my mother $20 from her uncles or from her brother because not only is today my grandfather's birthday, and she told him I would be born on his birthday, but it's also D-Day invasion. So my dad couldn't ever forget it.
Yep. Yeah, but like I was saying, earlier, you're the only person I know that can technically celebrate your birthday twice a year because of a clerical error.
Yep.
Twice a year.
Yep.
Huh?
Yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Today is my actual day. I was born today. But when I was born, my mom took me back in for my, at the time, 6-week checkup because they didn't do the 2-week for everything. She took me in for my 6-week checkup. They didn't have record of me. She's standing there holding a child. She has an appointment with said child. And they said, "Are you sure she was born?" She goes, "Is this not proof enough?" And I had to call down the head of the maternity ward to get it done. And that lady actually was neighbors to my father when he was growing up. So she has known me since birth. And she has known my older brother and the set of twins that are 5 years younger than me since birth.
Yeah.
They put the wrong date down. Instead of June 6th, they put it down as June 5th.
They bet. Oh, Lorna?
I got our one coming.
This is Tank sent it to me. And she
Yeah, I got our one coming this week.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
it won't be that way for long once it starts growing back out.
Yeah, if he keeps it up, I'll get some of that puff paint and put on there in the number 8. So I have my own Magic 8 ball. Well, puff paint comes up easy.
You put anything on there, it's going to be orange and it'll be 65.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how much hair you have come Halloween.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a good day so far. I actually got my nap in. Didn't get it in till 4, but yeah, it's been very good.
Unfortunately, there was something that I was planning on doing. Can't. I actually talked to Crystal when I was on break, and a while back I'd gone and I actually bought some strawberries. And it's like, we need to do something with them before they go bad. And I asked her to do something, and it's like, she goes, "Nope, they're all moldy." Go, crap.
Yeah.
Nice. And there were some there's a few of them that were like this big, and I looked, and I was like, I bagged just in case I could save some. I got down to the bottom layer on one side, got down to the bottom, threw it in the bag, threw it in the trash, and bleached my hands.
Yep.
Yeah, I've gotten strawberries too not too long ago, and I figured in a few days I would eat some. And then that few days later, they were all full of mold.
Yep. That's what's happened to us. It's like I planned on doing something with them and just kept putting it off, forgetting about it. It's like, okay, well, too late now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. No Bam Bam Bigelow.
Nope. And as hard-headed as I am, if I was to go get a tattoo up there, they'd probably ruin every single needle.
If he gets a tattoo up there, that means he is committing to keeping his hair gone for the rest of his life.
No. And no, I'm not putting a treasure map up there either.
No.
You do that, Crystal will kill you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
if he tattoos his head, his hair has to stay short for the rest of his life. And I will go in every other week and trim it up and shave it.
Nope.
Until my hands get too shaky to do that, and I start his head.
Let's see. That was Yellowbeards. They did that, and it was also I'm trying to remember the name. It had Gina Davis in it.
Yeah, I know.
Cutthroat Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the two movies that I was thinking of where they actually tattooed a map on someone's head. Yeah, Anthony, that was another reason getting it done because it's getting hot. It was in the mid 90s today.
Mm.
Ooh.
Well, that's why my hair went from just below shoulder length to where it is now. Oh,
No flames. The only flames I want on my head are going to be on my skull cap.
I can still do that, Tommy, for one problem. His garden area is
Too overrun.
shambles. It's a shambles.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in a bag in the trash, and there's nothing on top of it except some paper. So.
No, I'm not getting the Harley logo.
Now
if I
we
got
could
the
get
Harley logo, it'd be on my arm. I get the skull and shield.
Now I'll go for the logo
shield.
as a stick-on for a couple of days, just for grins and giggles.
Now, if I was totally bald, not just with the electric razor shave, I'd go get maybe get something painted on. I know there's some guys that have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But now,
Get me a stencil and I can paint it.
I know.
But yeah.
But the one good thing about it is definitely going to be saving on shampoo and conditioner for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I still think Lorna's jealous because I got shorter hair now.
No.
No.
Mine was rubbish. Mine was gonna get cut today, but no.
So are you going to
How
the
much
GP
of that?
tomorrow?
I was gonna say, how much of that American candy have you got left?
Oh, she's
No.
got a lot.
None.
You ate it all already?
No, me Glenn's son came in. Went, oh, I want. Oh shit! Take away the.
Yeah.
The only thing that he didn't take was the sour mics. I was like, get.
Oh, so he left you the good stuff.
No, I'm laughing at Tommy, not you, Lorna. That would be nice, except I don't think the soil right now could actually grow anything.
Yeah.
It's more ants than anything.
And it'd take a lot just get over there and get all that cleaned out. And we're talking a few days, if not a couple of weeks.
But yeah, I wouldn't. It'd
No.
be nice.
No, I'm not doing that.
Only if he dyes his hair green while he underneath where that mower is. Oh. Oh.
Mater, I do have a new coin coming.
What do you got?
1 ounce 2022 Britannia.
Ooh, nice.
And it's costing me nothing.
Oh, you won it on the raffle?
Nah, I'm doing swaps.
Exactly, 710. No, you leave a ring around the back of the head under the ears. That way he's got to go around and around. Yes, Renegade, he does have a tattoo. You can, depending on what he does, you can sometimes see the edge of it under his shirt. And I've got one on my back. Sweetheart, run your live stream with your phone.
Do what?
Run your live stream, not your phone.
Well, I'm getting messages right now that I need to.
And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm disenfranchised right now with them. 3 of them. Mine is back here, and it's bigger than my hand. Bigger than my hand, both this way and this way. Took him about, from drawing it, he drew it out, and I had to help him draw it out because of the way I wanted a specific part of it done. From that to transfer and bathroom break, it took 25 minutes because I just had the outline. I don't know. Mater said he was drunk when he got his, so
I wasn't drunk when I got mine.
I thought you said you were.
Nope. I was not drunk when I got it.
Well, 710 says we both got him beat. He's got 0.
You both got me beat. I got 0.
Yeah, but the hilarious thing is, Renegade says he has 4. When I got it September, October, when I was 20, and then I went down to my brother's for Thanksgiving. I had a shirt that had a very large neckline because it was old and comfortable, and it's what I bed. Well, I was staying the night because I didn't have to go back to work till 11 o'clock that night. And I sat down and talked to my grandma, and she pulled my collar out. She goes, "Oh, that's cute." My mom come up behind me and saw it, and she whacked me up the backside. Oops. Oh, well. Hi, Ragin.
Hi, Rachel.
Not raging.
I have
But
one.
a buddy of mine got drunk, and a buddy of mine got drunk, went to the bar. A bunch of people took him to a tattoo parlor about 2 o'clock in the morning. One of those 24-hour ones. It was in Rochester, New York. And across his back, in big 6-inch letters, they put on the back of his back. I love COC. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know it was there until he took his shirt off one day, and his neighbors noticed it and said, "Did you know you had when'd you get a tattoo on your back?" "I ain't got a tattoo." "Oh yeah," and he got a mirror and showed him. Then like 2 days later.
Ooh.
That's why you don't get a tattoo when you're drunk.
Well,
And
it don't
y'all-
matter. The They tracked down the tattoo artist real easy. He put his name on the bottom and his phone number.
Ooh.
And he sued the pants off him. He got like $100,000 off him, and he had to pay to have it removed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's
Sure.
all he had to do.
The guy,
Yeah.
he didn't have his permission. He was mad at his buddies, but he didn't sue them. You know why? Because the tattoo parlor sued them because they had a fake permission.
Oh.
And but his friends haven't talked. I said they haven't talked. Our mutual friends haven't talked to him since.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't either.
I mean, come on. What would you do if Maynard got drunk and one of his friends did that to him? I'm sure he would be. That Maynard would find new friends. He'd be seeing a lawyer the next day too.
Well, getting a tattoo, I wouldn't mind. It depends on what the tattoo says.
Yeah.
If it's that exact tattoo, yeah. His buddy's going to be getting out of the hospital before he goes to the lawyer, because I'm going to hurt him.
And it's been a long time since I've gotten that drunk.
Well, even so, I wouldn't hurt him because then you could blow your chances of suing them. But I bet you after they were sued, you'd probably hurt them.
Here's your food, Maya.
But,
I know one of them. If he was a part of that, have a nice $500,000 home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, because he does have his house up for sale.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost their home. They almost lost the one guy did lose his home because he couldn't come up with his $40,000. They sued him both. They sued him and he couldn't come up with it, and he had to sell his home to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Because his friend was 75 years old. It was his friend's father, actually 75 years old, and they wouldn't give a 75-year-old man a $40,000 loan on something like that. They wouldn't let him borrow against his house because he already had a reverse mortgage on the house, so they wouldn't give him any more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Anthony, tattoo parlors do have to abide by that.
Oh, yeah.
But if they're, he signed it a couple hours ago when he was sober. He just wanted to get drunk so that he wouldn't feel any pain when he got the needle. That's
just what they said. That's just what they said. But I don't know. To me, straight men would put "I love you know what" on the back of their. It was from his neck all the way down to his top of his buttocks. No normal man, even no straight or even gay man would do that.
I do know a couple of gay men, but they've also got the body to back it up, because they can have that on their back if anyone comes in and starts in with the homophobe, all that BS. They would have no problem taking this guy out.
No.
If you wanted to do something like that, they would have been better off putting a T-shirt on him and put lipstick on him or something like that than taking him home, something like that. That would have been more fun.
And then take him home to his wife.
Yeah. His wife might not find it funny, but it ain't enough to want someone to. People end up getting hurt that way, like physically hurt, and
Yeah, but a couple of days later, go up and say, "Hey, we just had to start. We had to get you on that one, man. You were so drunk, we had to do something." And I'd rather the lipstick, because when he sobered up, I could chew him a couple of new holes and he wouldn't like it. But I would also know what guys to chew out too, because I know he's not going to cheat on me no matter how drunk he is.
Yeah.
Or like the movie Youngblood, like remember that, where they did a little shaving? Or don't you remember that?
I haven't seen that one.
Youngblood, the kid. I'll just give you the beginning. That the preview. You'll see it. The kid goes away to skating, joins a skating team, and they shaved his family jewels as an initiation. Like about 20 minutes into the movie, they grab this new player and they grab him. Time to have fun, and they you know that they don't. That's what they did for fun. The next day, it's like scratching and saying like, "What the hell," you know.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though. Yeah, it's called Youngblood.
I haven't
Anthony,
seen it.
I would rather that. I could deal with that.
It was a good movie. You just look up Youngblood, a preview of it. It's from the 80s, early 80s. It's a real good movie. That part's hilarious. I mean,
Okay, Briggs,
guys, they did that.
Briggs, early 80s.
Yeah.
I'm not even in kindergarten yet.
I'm in nappies.
No.
Yeah.
But Mingam should remember it. I'm surprised you don't.
I don't, and it's like probably something I wasn't interested in watching.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie. It was actually a real good movie. It's about ice skating team, you know, like hockey team, but it was still a good movie. Youngblood.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell me the way
I
I
was ice hockey. I'm not really into ice hockey.
Yeah.
Probably why I didn't watch it.
The way I was raised on tattoos is if you're going to have them, fine, no problem. Make sure you can cover them with a either t-shirt or tank top, so that if you go into the corporate world, you're not looked down on by ink.
Yep.
Well, actually, about time that happened back in the early 90s when I graduated high school, and the guy, and a couple years after I graduated high school, and he was trying to join the Army. That he wouldn't have gotten in with that on.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I would have gotten in with mine, but that would be, I would have a picture of it on my in my file.
No.
And now they're starting to take their dog tags and have them tattooed like on their ribs or on their thighs and stuff like that. All the information that's on your dog tags, they're starting to have people tattoo on them.
Yep.
Yeah, my company wanted to put a veteran sticker on the side of my truck. I won't let them. Don't want it.
No, that's you.
Yep.
You know why, Crystal? Because I don't know if Regions noticed it there, but at certain truck stops, there's people that think veterans think we're trying to be uppity because we got that on the side of their truck and they've slashed tires and I don't want that. I don't want it. Even though I don't stay, my truck's out front. I mean, I already got a guy down the street that don't like my American flag. If he put on there, if I had one U.S. Army veteran on the side of my truck, I'm sure that would really tick him off. And burning my flag is one thing, but screwing with my truck, that's my bread and butter.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not that you're not denying that you are a vet. You're just not advertising the fact because there are idiots out there that don't treat people right.
Yep.
And I'm sorry that they're that way, but yeah, I
mean, the old man across the street would respect it, and he'd probably be out there with a BB gun if that's all he had, but to stop him. But I don't. He's 78 years old. I don't need him getting hurt for a sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's your choice how you want to. Oh, hi, Ashley. How you want to let people know that you are a vet, and you not putting it on your truck that you drive daily to earn money is all right. And I mean, I'm not looking down on you for it because I know better. I know there's idiots out there because my dad was part of the generation that he was supposed to go to Vietnam, but
Cajun was on at midnight. Cajun was on at 3:00 in the morning, and Miss Maggie decided to wake me up for a walk at 3:00 in the morning. And I was telling him I got a new street sign. I'm next to my house, and another one coming. The side of my house on the grass side is going to be called Mr. Briggs Lane, in honor of my 14-year-old red bone coonhound. And my driveway is going to be called Mr. Stratton Boulevard. And my neighbor next door don't like the Mr. Briggs Lane. He thinks it's stupid. It's going to bring down his housing value.
that's opinion, and you see what happens later on. I mean, the housing value isn't immediate anyway. It takes a few months for it to go up or down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, my dad was supposed to go to Vietnam, and he was part of that generation. So his brother came home, and he was spit on. He was shot at because he came home, because he went to Vietnam. That's where they assigned him. He didn't have a choice on where he went. And I've got two uncles that are living from that. They were both harassed to all get out. It affected their marriages. It affected their kids and how they raised their kids. And it's just, I can still see some of the stuff the effects of some of the stuff that went on from when they came back.
There's still that. You're right. There's still. I mean, you know what the biggest thing that I see going on now? And they're doing that. They're starting to do it. They're starting to do it now to Desert Storm vets. With they were because you fought a war over oil. You know what? You know, and like one guy, a buddy of mine, I was in. I don't know if anybody knows that, but I was over in Desert Storm for almost. I mean, I was in the original Desert Storm. I was in, and and people called me a coward because how what I was there for, because I wasn't a fighter. My MOS was 92 Sierra, which basically, and I'm sure Maynard knows what 92 Sierra is. He should. If Maynard was okay, 92 Sierra is called. They call it the guy with the rear with the gear. I was laundry textile. I was the guy that would sit there when they gave us order 10-second showers. It didn't matter, and I'd be the guy say 10-second shower, and they go in there. I put a stopwatch on. As soon as it hit 10 seconds, whoop, shut the water off. Yep. I shut the water off to a 5-star general and was ordered to turn back on, or I'd get court-martialed. And they tried court-martialing me. I said, sorry, it says my orders we're low on water. It says 5-10-second shower, signed by the executive of the military at the time was George Bush Sr. He sent the order out himself. Yep. 10-second showers, period. No exceptions. You couldn't go 4 days and take a 40-second shower. 10-second shower if you took one every day or took one once a month. He didn't give a damn. 10 seconds. That's just what the order said. And it said, don't matter if it's a general or the admiral or me myself. That's what he said.
Scott, I hope he enjoys being there and seeing the experience of being on the honor flight, because that's not something that a lot of people can get.
What's that?
Scott is saying that his dad left to be on the honor flight in DC, and he'll spend all day at the memorials in DC.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's why I got a flagpole in front of my house. One of the reasons, because Yeah. I send out flagpoles to people for free, and some people, I pay one much flagpoles. I'll have one shipped to their local Lowe's, and they can put it up. And I've had people, and then I get I don't do it anymore because the last person I sent a flagpole to, one guy in Texas, Texas, wanted a flagpole. I sent it to him, and he picked it up at the local Lowe's. I paid for it. He took it, and I paid for everything, including the cement to put it in. Gave him plans on how to put it in a certain way. He took all the material and then sold it on Craigslist. And he said, "No, believe me, Mayor, it's like you. If I said, hey, Mayor, do you want a flagpole?" And I sent one, paid for one, had you pick it up at your local Lowe's. If you didn't send me a picture of it being put in your front yard or a video of you putting it in, and you sold it on Craigslist, I'd ostracize you so bad on Craigslist, on YouTube, you'd never be able to get on, show your face again.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, I definitely would put it up.
Yeah, I would too, but I mean, What the zoning laws and stuff are. That's what we would have to find out before we did anything like that.
Yeah.
But I do it. I mean, because I'll have to show you sometime when it's light out. Mine, I dig a 4-foot hole. I buy an inch, and the pipe. They give you a sleeve to cement into the ground. This flimsy little piece of crap sleeve. It's 2 foot, 24 inches long. You know what I mean? It's real flimsy sleeve. And the problem is, if you and what they want you to do is put the lower section of the pole in, then cement around the sleeve. And then the hole is actually cement because the sleeve actually collapses.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like that because then you got concrete. And Maynard knows exactly what I've tried to say. So here you got a hole like this, and the hole's made of concrete, and the pipe's made of aluminum. Every time the wind blows and it spins around, that concrete's just going to grind away that pole. Eventually, it's going to go.
Yep.
Break. So I use an 1.5-inch PVC pipe, 2-foot PVC pipe, instead of just 18 inches. And the PVC pipe is not thicker and nice and smooth. And then you put in 2 cinder blocks crosswise, like an X pattern.
Yeah.
You put the PVC pipe in the middle. You take mortar mix and you put it in the holes of the cinder blocks. You know what I mean? Because once that, and then that's filled, and then that's fine. Once those cinder blocks, you put the cement there in between those, and then you put 5 pounds of cement all over that, and it's done.
Yep.
And then you're not. No, wait. Then you're not done. The idea is to get. How do I describe it? You take the cinder block. You want it even just below the grade of ground, the top cinder block. You follow me? Then you take 2 by 6s, 2 by 12s, whatever you want. And make a square box, a triangle, or whatever you want. And put that on top of the cinder blocks. And the sleeve is still higher. It's still above that. You want to keep the pipe so it's just above that. Then you pour the concrete around your base, so to speak. Then when that dries, you can almost put the flagpole up that same day, even though the base itself ain't dry. And by morning, the next day, you pull off the boards and you got 10 pounds of cement below the ground, and probably 2 or 3 bags, 50-pound bags above the ground. That thing ain't going nowhere unless you yank it out with a backhoe.
Yep.
My pole is 3.5 foot. I added my pole. I added extra deep. I bought 4. They come in 4-foot sections. I bought 5-foot sections for my pole, and I buried mine 4 foot in the ground, solid block of. There's 475 pounds of concrete holding my pole up. It ain't going nowhere.
Nope. Tell me, that's nice. And the thing about the Purple Heart, Taiwan, is I know people who have been in other states besides Oklahoma and Texas. If that was here in the U.S., that part cannot be sold or bought by anybody other than that family because it's the engraving on the back.
Yep.
Well,
it's supposed to be passed down through the family. I've seen people pick them up at thrift stores and at pawn shops.
Yep. You cannot. Something like that cannot be gotten rid of. It has to be passed on from generation to generation.
Actually, they changed the rule now. It can't be passed on. Yes, it can be passed on, but they actually prefer you hand it back in because it don't have the recipient's name, only on the box itself. And if my grandfather had my grandfather had a Purple Heart from my great grandfather had a Purple Heart, from World War II, and if I was to put that on, even though I'm a vet, I could go to prison.
Yeah, I mean, you can't wear it because it's not yours, but you're not supposed to be able to take them to the thrift store or take them to the pawn shop.
No, and they also got another stipulation unless they changed it. But when I was in, they said it couldn't be passed down to somebody who has a felony. It's actually forbidden to hand it to somebody with a felony.
Huh? That I didn't know.
Tyler,
Unless they changed it.
you changed your channel name again?
Yeah. I just now noticed that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember, Tyler, if you want to keep your subs, quit changing your name.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like
What
the
do you change it to now?
Fish Ranch
Aquatic.
Fish Ranch, what?
Aquatics.
Jesus, just say that. I would just change. That's crazy.
That's I'm gonna change my name, my YouTube name, when I go to start putting content on it. I don't know what content I'm gonna put up yet, but hey, Spring, are y'all guys rating us from Kelly?
Nope.
Hey, Spring.
Okay. Is Kelly still running?
Think so.
Yeah.
Hey, Springer.
It's just like some people think I call Maynard. I say Maynard. But I'm New Yorker. Got to deal with my northern accent.
Yeah.
I know what it says. We call it Mater around here. Mater's Workshop. But I'm a New Yorker.
Hey, you doing all right?
Yeah, not too bad. How about everybody?
So what's the update on from the doctor?
Well, he's still doing some tests, trying to figure out why my legs are swelling up so. He still ain't really sure yet. Still doing want to do some more tests. I don't know. I think it's just 12-hour shifts. Like I work 4 on and 4 off, so I'm on 4 days off. After about the third day off, it starts. My legs start going down. I start feeling better. Then when I start working again, 12-hour days, here it goes again. I can't hardly raise my right leg. Oh, it kills me.
Okay. Honey,
Yeah, I know. I've got a full panel, so
talk to Arnie.
I'll drop down. It's alright.
No,
No,
Arnie's.
it's all good. I'm not feeling too bad anyway. I'll drop down.
Okay. All right.
I'll
Sweet.
see
Well,
you
Well,
later.
he just dropped down
I'll
in the
drop.
basement.
I can drop down.
No.
all right,
We've
kid,
been
you come
wondering-
on back. I've got a spot open.
We've been wondering how you've been doing, and I mean, that email didn't get a lot of information out of you. So
Yeah, I ain't really felt good, and sometimes I forget to check my email.
that's fine.
I don't know when you don't feel good. I got me some new internet. My Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I think it's doing a whole lot better.
Good.
It's through. It's like a little box, through your T-Mobile.
Okay.
So,
They gave you a hotspot.
Yeah, hotspot. Yeah.
Yep.
I get 100. How much? It's 100 gigabytes for $50 a month.
I
I guess
don't know.
I guess I have to do that. I don't know.
I forget how much. I forget how much it is I'm paying. I mean, I know right now it's dropped down to like $60 a month,
Yeah.
but it's I've got it doesn't matter the gig or anything, but it's the speed, upload and download is what I'm going
Yeah.
off of.
Yeah.
So I've got like
Wow.
400. I've got 400 megabytes download speed and 20 up.
I know, Spring, and I get him being bald headed. That's just not bad. Just not what I'm used to.
Hey, as long as you don't put on a suit and put on a hat and his glasses, come to bed with a lollipop, you're okay, right?
I have a friend that's got that T-Mobile, and he just loves it. Cause see, I can't get where I live at. I can't get. It's a half a mile that way, to all the good stuff. and they're
You're
gonna
right.
charge
You're
me.
right. No man's land.
Yeah, they're gonna charge me.
T-Mobile.
saying, long time no see. Hope you're doing good.
T-Mobile sucks around here. I got Cricket. Cricket charges me $56 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data.
Yeah, see, I couldn't get Oklahoma. I was literally about a half hour from a Cricket store walking, and I couldn't get reception across the street when I was working like 3 blocks from it.
Oh, that was like Metro PCS. I had Metro PCS. I bought a beautiful phone. One end of the city, I couldn't. It picked up great. On the other end, it wouldn't pick up. And there was a store. It was right in front of the store. I said, "Look at this. I'm losing signal in front of your store." Well, this area ain't covered. Well, wait a second. It ain't covered, but you're right here. Why are you selling? And I had to turn in my phone, and they wouldn't let me roll it over, even though I bought the phone to Cricket. I took them to court for the money back. I actually won because they were chased out of town. They're gone. I mean, why sell a product that you can't use?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was.
I know for me, I got T-Mobile, and for what I'm paying a month,
nice, right?
I think it's what I say about
like
$115 a month. But you gotta consider the fact is that includes my payment for my phone that I'm still paying on. I'm still paying for her phone.
No, mine was. You're paying for my line.
Yeah,
I'm paying for the line for the tablet, which I can now get taken off if I want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got unlimited talk, text, and data.
Yeah. Mine's $60 a month for one phone. If I wanted it, and it's like $5 after that per phone. So I could up to 5 phones. I could get 5. So I could get up to 5 phones if I needed that many for less than $100.
Yeah.
No.
I just got mine this evening. Am I any clearer, or does it sound any better? Can you tell a difference?
Yeah, it's doing good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not dropping out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know it. Time I said that, you said that. Yeah, I'll make it taken there. I'll drop out. I just hooked it up. So, well, I didn't get home at about 8 o'clock. Hooked it up by 8:30.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get on here and try it.
Hey,
I don't know if I take my turn.
Yep, it's working.
Yeah. I didn't know. I figured you can go through 100 gigabytes in a hurry, though. You know, being careful. I ain't sure what happens after that. I think he slow you down, but it'd probably still be better than what I had. You got anybody in the basement, Mason?
No.
No.
Okay.
I was saying Cajun can always come back, but he was in the basement, but I had a full panels. I couldn't bring anybody else up, but now I've got room for him. He wants to now. Arnie, he's not even there. I don't know where he's disappeared off to.
He probably got a phone call, and so because every few days he'll get these major call blasts where everybody's calling him. So,
have y'all been hearing anything about a upcoming food shortage and the world's going to shut down or anything?
Baby food.
My friend, I think he's a whatever you want to call him.
Paranoid.
We told him. Yeah,
or conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. He told me it's probably about a year ago now. Man, he was prepping. He was buying food and guns.
That's
ammo
conspiracy theorist.
He said, I can't believe you ain't prepping. He said, you ain't buying no food or guns. He said, you ain't got about 2 weeks. Shit's gonna hit the fan.
William, I've been saying for 2.5 years now almost. food is going to have a shortage, and I've been calling them crazy, but and you're seeing it on the shelves.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope not, but you don't never know.
There are some people that
I've been telling people to stock up.
Yeah. That's why I think he's going overboard. He's like I say about bulletproof vest. He said, "Yeah, when shit hits the fan, he said, I'm out of here." I said, "Where you gonna go?" I said, "To me, your safest place is at home, where you know." I said, "Why ain't you gonna leave your home? They're gonna be in here getting my food." Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, see, that sounds like somebody setting up for like a zombie apocalypse or something.
Yeah,
No, I mean, it's people that are just overacting. There are going to be food shortages of certain things. I tell people stock up on canned goods, and stuff like rice and pancake mix, stuff like that that'll keep for a long time. But you can go overboard. You can have too much stuff, and it'll go bad before you can use it, unless you want to feed all your neighbors and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just went overboard.
Cook to feed an army, but I'm not.
Yeah. Tommy says worldwide, not just the States.
Yeah. And that's.
Oh, yeah. It exactly. Worldwide. It ain't just here.
Yeah, it's shipping. Because it's hard to get stuff shipped to where it needs to be. Yep. Here in the U.S., our shipping from ports is trucks.
Yeah.
Everything that we've had on with the truck. Yeah, it's hard.
Yep.
But there's also some places can't even get it out of port to other countries.
Yep.
And
I saw where Elon Musk told his people, I guess the people that stayed at home after when COVID hit, people started working from home. He told them to get back to the office or you're done. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, unless they were already working from home before all this hit, then yeah. Now, if they were working from home beforehand, then, oh well.
But at the same time, if it's a job that you can do at home just as good, I really wouldn't see no problem with it.
Oh, yeah. There's some of these people, though, they've already said some of these companies are trying to get these workers to come back, and they don't want to come back. They say, why can't we keep working from home? It's like I got a niece that just moved to Florida, and she worked for the unemployment office in New York State at home. And she moved down there. She didn't like it when I said, that ain't right. I personally think the state needs to say, you don't want to live here? You're going to collect taxpayers' money for a taxpayer-based job? Then you should give it up and let someone that lives here have that job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable, but I mean, if they're keeping her on and paying her, then yeah. When she gets, when they finally say everybody has to start coming into the office, she's going to have it. Because it's kind of
actually her job, even before she's been doing it remotely. It's a remote job, and she's had it since she started 5 years ago. But to me, but the state and the people around here say there's people out here that would love. I mean, she gets paid $75,000 a year to deal with unemployment people from her computer. Okay. Hey, Crystal, would you like the New York State Texas Unemployment Office offer you $75,000 a year to help people file claims that you working from home? Tell me you wouldn't take that right now.
Oh yeah. See, I live in Texas. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, but now if you were to move from Texas to New York, do you think you should be able to keep that job when there's probably hundreds of people in Texas that would like that same job?
I would probably keep it for a few months while I applied to work in New York. But
you should apply before you leave. You should have to give 2 weeks, 2 weeks at the most. You shouldn't keep a job that's being. I mean, to me, that's a slap in the face. That'd be like that's as bad as what I'm not trying to talk politics, but that's as bad as Hunter Biden getting paid by Ukraine and live in the United States.
Lost it, Briggs.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I would be applying for another job and everything before I moved. And as soon as I found another one out of wherever I'm moving, I would give my notice to the old job. But some people don't do that. So that's on them. But, you know,
Yeah.
so where'd you disappear to, Arnie?
Had a phone ringed earlier, and then I got something ring.
Where
that's-
were we just cleared off to?
Yeah. That's regular water, right? Not flavored.
Flavored.
Well, I
Alrighty.
appreciate your, I appreciate your concern, your emails, and your checking on me. I have many people checking on me. Or
How many,
Yeah.
asking about
how many
me.
sugars and calories are in that bottle?
Too many.
Zero sugar and 0 calories.
Yeah. Yeah. Lorna was asking me how you were, if I'd heard from you and stuff like that. And I'm like, haven't heard from him, but he said he was kind of okay last time I did hear from him. So, honey, why don't you try and get back? Because you can text him or email him quick. And because I'm going to leave right at 9 o'clock to go get Chris, unless you want to go get him.
No, because you got stuff to get out of the back of the truck.
It can. What did you do? Add to it?
Yep.
Well, that's what truck's for.
Well, I told you we got 2 stacks. So I am told that they're actually starting a third one.
Yeah, but tell Briggs how much of what I put in the back.
She put a whole bunch of. Someone had done a fence, and I don't understand it, but they wound up buying 8-foot long cedar fence panel or pieces and everything, and they cut them down. I'm going,
Yeah.
why would you take an 8-footer and cut it down when you could buy the height that you need and save that money?
What, the post or the fence?
The
Fence
fence
panel.
pickets. These are all fence pickets.
Yeah.
And 1.5 to 2 foot long.
Yeah.
I can see if you're needing 6 foot, you got a 12-foot too, but other than that, don't make no
And
sense.
I filled up the truck bed.
Yeah, well, I'll put it like this. I mean, I looked at the tag and it was saying they were 8 foot in length, and it looks like they cut about 18 inches off. So that means that they were getting a 6.5 foot. I'm going, you can buy them. Well, that makes no sense. Spend the money and then have to cut it down. I mean, you're just wasting money.
My father took a fence one time. One of my lawn customers I had when I was a kid was taking it out. It's an 8-foot fence, and all my fire ever put on the back of the house was a 4 foot because I mean he just wanted to keep people from just walking through.
Yeah,
and our old
property
fence
walk,
was crushed down.
basically.
And he went up there, took the fence, and I told him about it. And neighbor was getting a new fence because this one was rotted at the bottom. My father went up and said, "I'll take it." And the guy says, "Oh, to burn it? Nope, I'm gonna use it. It's all rotted." Yeah, the first foot is rotted. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut more than a foot off. I'm gonna cut down to 4 foot. Cut down to 4 foot, moved across, and put had to replace like 3 of the 2x4s to hold everything together. Yeah. He painted that thing with the redwood state, about 4 coats on each side after he put it up. and then even and left the bottom. That's the biggest problem people do with fences. They paint stain the bottom, and the water that does penetrate can't wick out through the bottom. And then a lot of people put them right on the ground. You give them at least an inch off the ground. And hell, that fence was up there for 20 years before it finally fell down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. I just looked it up. Okay. 5/8 by 5.5 by 8 foot Western Red cedar flat top fence picket. $6.58. That's for one picket. Okay. Um, 5/8 by 5.5 by 6 foot Western Red cedar, $3.61. So you're paying about. So basically, someone was paying $3 more than what they should have per picket.
Hey man, they want. Come on, there's crazier stuff than that going on in the world.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Look at Washington D.C.
No, I could name something crazier. There's a school district about 40 miles from me in another state. It ain't my state. And they're allowing the kids come in, and if they identify, there's kids that are coming in and identify as a dog. Some are identifying as a cat, and they meow and purr and don't talk to in English. They go meow or woof woof. And they put giant cat boxes in the bathroom. My buddy's son goes to that school, and he says, he told them that they better get a separate bathroom because I don't want my kid going in the bathroom where a kid's squatting in a litter box.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. And they actually had to accommodate him. He says, I identify as a human being. Can I have a bathroom instead of a cat box?
Yeah. Ew.
I'm serious.
So if they're a dog,
he took a picture of it.
If they're a dog, did somebody take them out on a leash so that they can do their business out?
Yes. The janitor takes them out on a leash, or the nurse. He said, is this a school or a mental hospital? He said, I should send my school and say it identifies as a donkey, a.k.a. Jack, you know what, and let him kick people from behind that. Is that's okay, right?
I agree, Renegade. As long as they don't bring any of that stuff down here in the South.
I don't have to worry about it now.
It ain't my state, thank God. If it was in my state, I probably burn my house down. I don't care, and try and collect the insurance to get out quicker.
Was it New Hampshire?
It's actually a southern state below me, Pennsylvania, as I like to call it.
Oh boy.
I can even tell the name of the school, but I ain't going to. But it's real close.
Let's not put that out there because the people.
No, I'm not going to. No, it's not that people know me. They harass the school, but I the school gets harassed enough. I mean, and they said that the state government, the state government says they have to do it. That's why the governor's seat in Pennsylvania, as I like to call it, is up for grabs. Because believe me, there's a lot of people. Could you imagine, Crystal, if your son came home and said there was people using a cat box and kids going outside and pretending they're a dog?
Yeah, you're getting pulled out. And if he says, well, that's a mental hospital, honey. You were enrolled in school.
Yeah.
And this teacher, his teacher, he's a senior, thank God, but his they make him. He's taking history, American history this year.
Mm-hmm. So he missed it freshman year.
No, they just do it backwards up there in that county. They did. Like me, I took American history in 11th grade, and American history was in Asian American was in 9th grade. European was in 10th grade, and American was in 11th grade and 12th grade. You didn't take history.
Yeah, me too, Renegade. Forget 30. I want a good 60 or 80. Be right back.
I keep on mashing the wrong buttons.
Exactly. I mean,
my fault.
They want him to write a book report. His teacher told him to write a book report as to what he could have done, his family could have done different to help out the other race of Americans and apologize for being white. And he said, and he went into that school and he says, if you fail my son for, he don't have to apologize for nothing. He wasn't alive. If you fail him because he ain't gonna write that stupid book report, I will sue this district. I'll ship him to another state that ain't teaching that yet. And he'll finish. He already said, he threatened to pull him out because they said so. And he already got a lawyer and found out they can't make him write that book report because he ain't going to write such a stupid thing. And about 20 other parents said the same thing, making him apologize for something from 200 years ago, or say how they could have changed things. He says we can't rewrite history. It happened. We can't change it. Simple.
Nope. You want to rewrite that? Rewrite the Revolutionary War then.
Yeah.
Go back to that.
Oh, there's things they did leave out, and I think they should have taught them, but not pick and choose, like taking down and taking down these monuments and that is stupid. That's my opinion.
It is,
and they're doing that in Texas too. Man, they're not just doing it here; they're doing it everywhere.
I know, and that's something that makes me upset that they are doing stuff like that here.
Yep, and you know what's sad, Maynard? It's great. I know you love Texas, but it's still slowly changing. They're still doing stuff there that they shouldn't be doing.
I know.
If
I had my way here in Texas, there would be a whole bunch of things totally different.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be having, like you were saying, something like that. It'd be, nope, we ain't. And I guarantee you, like for me, like that company that decided to take that lady off the pancake syrup, I'd be telling them, hey, if you want your product here in Texas, you put the picture back on. Otherwise, get out.
You can't ban trade for that if the federal government says that. I know you'd like to, but you can't.
I tell them, hey, I don't want that crap in my state.
You can't do it. I mean, I know what you're saying. I know you're like, you can't. It would be discrimination. But the family of that has no problem with it. They thought it was an honor. That's what the sick part about it. She loved playing. We won't say her name. Everyone knows who we're talking about. And I'm sure you like I'm sure you like the picture I sent you.
Yeah.
The middle finger. You got me fired. Make your own damn pancakes.
Yeah.
But it's
that and a certain butter.
Yep.
I'm not going to say which one, but I think everybody would know which one.
All we have to do is say land, and they get it.
Yep.
And let's not forget Uncle Rice.
Oh, I don't get it as far as why people want to be such a jerk on something like that.
Hey.
I mean, just because you don't like something, okay, fine. If I'm watching something on TV or if I'm listening to a radio station, and something comes on, I don't like it, fine. Change the channel.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's funny though. I mentioned I was talking about to somebody. Here's something you may not know. I mean, okay, there's some TV shows that were kind of based on true stories. Right? I'll give you a good one. The Rifleman. I've talked about that before. What's one thing that was kind of funny about the Rifleman? And it was a lot, and it was true in a lot, and especially in Texas, Nevada, Utah, and all that, New Mexico territory. I could be wanted for murder in one state, but as long as I wasn't not wanted in that state, they could not arrest me.
Right. I know.
And I could, and if I served my time in prison, I could come out on prison and walk around with a weapon. Don't need to say what kind of weapon, but you know what I'm saying. Once they serve their time, they could carry a weapon for defense, and there ain't nothing they could do about it. Or you could go out some in the street and have a good old fashioned draw, you know, and that was legal. But you know something? We had less crime back then than we do now.
I know, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
To me, you know, we need to go back to having a law similar to what it was, say, in the 1880s. Okay.
That's what I'm talking.
Like
hang them high, same day. Get a trial, get done, get over with.
No, forget the trial and everything. You know, if it's flat out they did it and everything. Okay, I'll play this. I showed Crystal a video about this guy. He was a convicted felon up in Oklahoma, and he wound up he was being chased by the police, and he admitted he had a gun on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, convicted felon. You ain't supposed to. Okay. Right then and there, they should have just, instead of cuffing him, taking him to jail, they should have cuffed him, taken him to jail, take him out back, had some target practice with him. Be done it.
No, they need to go back to prisons the way they used to be, except for not quite as cruel. Okay, you're not spending 23 hours a day. You take them out to a yard, pin them, chain them to the ground like they did a dog, and give them a hammer and let them pound rock for 20 years. Out in the hot sun, take them back at night, at night, let them shower, and they go to bed. Do that for 8 hours a day out in the hot sun, or in the wintertime, make them shovel snow and if there's no snow, do something like that. Make them work for that for 8 hours a day. Make them and not lock them down. Guess what? You'd see that would be a deterrent.
Yeah, I was on the what do you call it when you go to not jury duty. But I was on the grand jury for a year in my county. I had to go 10 times. Ended up going 10 times, and every time,
that grand jury sucks.
Every time I went, there was people messing with older men messing with younger kids. Every time.
You're gonna have to get closer, honey. She's short. Sorry, the puppy needed to come out, so she comes to visit Michael sometimes.
Yep.
And
that blew my mind every time I went.
All right, go inside.
Shelly says hi. Happy birthday.
I actually enjoyed the grand jury because
Shelly.
my company paid me 8 hours a day, which I only got $25. I only got $25 from them, and
that's cool.
Most of the time we'd get done by like 11 o'clock. I had the rest of the day off, so it's kind of like a vacation for me, extra vacation days for me.
No, it's
I agree.
I know what you're saying.
But Briggs, I do agree. Start making have them get where they start making the gravel and everything for the roads, but give them a boulder that's about 2 tons.
Well, that's what they did back then.
You got to make pea gravel out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cruel. I mean, I'll give you. I mean, I can list one guy. I don't even have to say his name. I could just go give his first 2 initials, B and K, without giving his middle initial, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Not offhand, I don't.
It was only happened about 10, 12 years ago. He was in Kansas, a serial killer, BK.
Yeah,
BTK. Bind, torture, kill.
Yeah.
That man, he was complaining because he feels like he's being tortured. He's locked down 23 hours a day. They open up the back of his cell, and he goes out in a little cage to be outside. And he's only allowed away from that 1 hour a day, 1 hour, 3 times a week to shower, and then back to his cell. He eats his cell. His cell's 8 by 10. He's got one light bulb and a TV.
Is that the one that he got caught? Is that the one he got caught because it's going to his church? And they end up.
Yeah. Yeah, they caught him from a floppy disk from his church, and his own daughter, and he says his own daughter, you don't understand why his own daughter is claiming PTSD, which I mean, I'd be shocked. Could you imagine finding out your father, who's almost 50 some years old, was a 30-year serial killer before you were was a serial killer even before you were born?
Yeah,
that would be kind of hard to let down.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to also I think one thing we need to bring back is a hangman's noose. That stop a lot of the damn crime and everything. It's like I said, we start going back 1880.
Oh yeah, but they can't do it. But the problem is, man, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of people that would, you know, you'd see TV shows, and I'm not trying to say TV shows are right, but there was a lot of people that were planted evidence back, so to speak. They got to be 100%, 1,000% with DNA and everything. And if they can't prove it with DNA or a video camera witness, a camera, then I wouldn't want to be the guy that pulls that rope.
Well,
but now,
the guy that up in Oklahoma, okay, it's all on a dash cam from the cops.
No, exactly. Someone like him, yes, I agree. Yes.
Now, if there is 1,000% accurate proof on video, someone that did it, okay, forget the damn trial. Just take him out behind the courthouse or behind the jail and say bye and lights out. Yep. Forget about putting him in jail for, saying a life sentence. No. I mean, if you're going to be in prison, if you're sentenced to over 10 years, then no.
Well, it's like these guys that they get put on death row, and they'll spend 20 years on death row appealing their conviction. What the hell? It's like one guy he was with it. They did that inside where they're going through prisons and that. One guy was actually guilty. He admitted he was guilty, but he didn't want to die that way. He said, "What gives you the right to kill me? That makes you as bad as what I did." And he actually got an appeal, and he got a retrial because something crazy. But he was retried and was given life in prison with no chance of parole. He said, "Still bad. I'd rather be alive. At least I'm alive. I get to work. I'm alive and not." But bullcrap! Why? Wait, I'm a taxpayer. Why should I spend all these trillions of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep your scumbag alive? Just like someone like him, bullcrap. Put him up on a gallows and ask his family and have his victims all say which one is going to pull the rope and let the guy go down.
Well, Major, I ain't sure if you heard what I said a while ago. Like Chris to come in. I was on the grand jury for my county for about a year, and every time I went, every time we went, we met. Is a case where an older man or something is messing with a child. That's the ones that ought to be hung. If they're guilty, they ought to be hung.
It's funny, William. I'll give you a better one. When I moved in this house for the second time, I should say from when I was a kid, my mailman, and I worked with him at the post office, was convicted of soliciting a 13-year-old online.
And
my mailman, the guy that day he went up, they arrested him going up to Walmart buying adult protection, and they arrested him coming out of Walmart because the girl's mother called the guy. And you know what's funny? He got 20 years in a federal prison because he was doing it. He was soliciting him on his brick in the mail truck. He got 20 years, and he's just now about right. He spent 10 years. He's spending 20 years in What's the name of that big prison in Texas, Maynard? The one that's they've done TV shows and that on how bad it is.
Oh, yeah.
Huntsville.
Yep, that's where he's at. I bet you he's gonna be coming out talking with a real light voice.
That's the state prison. Okay.
But anyways, enough of that.
Okay. Hey, now talk about how we can't go and go back to the way 1880s are. Okay. Here's something. This is something that was said over 2,000 years ago. Deuteronomy 19, verse 21. And thy eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot.
Yeah.
In other
But
words,
it also says.
So in other words,
Yeah,
you take your life, you're giving yours.
Yeah.
That's
And
the way-
there's also
that's the
another
way
one that says. And there's also another phrase where he says, "Only I can pass judgment." So.
True, but this is coming from God.
Yeah.
So he's saying basically, you take a life, you're giving up yours. You take, whatever you take from somebody, that's what you're losing.
Oh, I agree, but it should not be the community. It should be the victims. It should, I mean, like for instance, if you had someone in your family that was murdered, tortured, raped, whatever, and none of your family wanted him, they wanted him to suffer in prison. Okay, it should be up to the family. If the victims say let him rot in jail, it should be up to them. But it also, the victim should be able to say, okay, we don't want him in solitary, all locked up. Put him in. We should be able to say, put him in general population. Let them deal with it.
No, I mean, well, you can do that, but like I said, to me, the one thing that America has done and should not have done is gotten away from God, plain and simple.
Well, we know that, Peter. But we know that. I mean, but you're never going to change the world.
When it's been taken, when it's the Bible and everything's been taken out of schools, everything. If you notice that when they started doing all that, that's when Arnie. That's when everything basically started going bad.
Downhill.
Yep, that's when it all started going downhill.
Yeah.
Because
And
right now,
nothing-
I agree. I've heard it said before. I'll agree. We've gone to be a godless nation.
Yep. And when you get that, that's when you get communism and Marxism, where everything is nothing but about capitalism.
Yep.
It's
And we are not. Yeah, and we are not a capitalist country.
Yes,
We
we
never
are.
have
That's
been.
weird. Where do you get we are capitalists. We're built on capitalism.
We might be capitalist, but the country was not started that way.
No. But after 250 years almost, yeah,
I know it's changed, and it's because of the people in law that are doing the changing for what they think is for the better, and it's not. They're just making it worse.
Yeah.
In a way, we avoided capitalism because even back in the 1700s, even when this country first started, if you were a grain, grain and livery store, if you open up a grain and livery store in your town, wherever, say 1789, right at a couple years after the Revolutionary War, if I open up a grain store and charged half the prices, that was called supply and demand, and that was capitalism, and you could do that, and there was nothing, and it was called fair business. The bigger, and that's capitalism. We always had capitalism, but the problem is, that's why like places like Standard Oil, there's a good example. Henry Ford was paying people $5 a day to steal, to entice people to work for him, and they paid absolutely. They treated their workers like dirt for that $5 a day.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying last night. I was talking to somebody else, and the capitalism has got it in when Detroit was at its highest making cars. You had two people doing the exact same supposed to have the exact same responsibilities. One of them's walking around smoking, supervising people. The other one, who is supposed to be able to do the thing, is hopping on the line, working with people, getting stuff straight, getting stuff fixed. Guess who's getting paid more?
Oh yeah, but see,
White guy walking around smoking because the black guy's in there helping, doing what needs to be done.
Oh yeah.
And he's getting paid $1 to $2 an hour, or less than the white guy.
Yeah, and that ain't right.
That ain't around. No, it ain't around here. But but see, what I don't.
This is back when Detroit was at its highest, making everything. This was back in the 1940s.
Oh yeah, but
oh yeah,
but
and I agree that back then, yeah, that's the way it was. Okay, but it's not like that today. It's kind of like, I've been hearing about people, that, say Arnie, okay, he gets sued just because he's white by a black person saying that he needs to pay them because of slavery.
Exactly. And
that ain't right. Now, he's not a slave owner. He wasn't alive back then. That person wasn't alive back then.
The person
so why in the hell did they get money for something that happened years ago they had nothing to do with?
And the person talking to last night happened to be a black person, and they agreed. They said, I'm not going to sue a white person for paying for my ancestors to be slaves, because it doesn't work that way.
Right.
Like, yeah, I said, my family, I said, no, I didn't own slaves, neither did any of my family that I can trace. Right. But my tracing stops at my grandfather, though.
And for me, I can honestly say that my family came from Europe, and we're talking in the late 1800s.
Yeah, well, my family came. But it's like right now, and I don't want to offend anybody that's Native American, but here's the thing: people say there's people say, oh, I'm Native American. All of us should leave and just give this land back to the Indians. Okay, but wait a second. Okay, the Indians actually are squatters, and when you say that, they don't like to hear it, because at one time Russia and the United States and the North Continent were actually connected by the Bering Strait. They walked over from India to the United States, crossed the Bering Straits. Actually, the Chinese were actually here further north, and they crossed the Bering Strait and attacked and conquered the people that are here before the Native Americans. So and they still say that there was Egyptians in the United States, right near Hoover Dam. They found artifacts that shouldn't be here, that should be in Egypt.
Yeah, and
so
what Renegade is saying is true. There were black slave owners, just like there were white people.
Oh yes, it's South Carolina. Yep, and they didn't want to. They don't want to admit. That's one thing I have a thing. If you want to change history, and tell all the horrors of the black race, how about you tell how one of the largest slave owners in South Carolina was a black man who came to this country from England and enslaved his own kind. But and also the United States was the first country in the world to outlaw slavery.
Yep.
No. Actually, no.
Yes, it was of a free country. There was countries before us that were not a democracy, I should say. Let me rephrase that. It was the first democracy in the world that freed its slave.
Honey.
Come on, man.
How about England?
England wasn't a democracy.
No,
they did in 1807.
They're not a democracy. Monarchy. This is the. This is the oldest democracy in the world. We have lasted longer than any other, and it's slowly going away.
Yeah.
But we are the first democracy in the world to free its slaves, to outlaw slavery. But there are still countries in this world, and if you look, no, I'm not going to tell you because you can Google it yourself, that still has slavery, and they enslave white and black.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's going on 9 o'clock. I got to shut this down because, like Crystal was saying, she's not feeling good, so I got to go pick up her son from work. And I got to get the truck unloaded because that way I've got room to put more in it tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
So, yeah, I'm bringing home a lot more tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week.
Well,
Yeah.
So, anyways, I got to shut this
y'all
down.
have a good night.
Just now.
I appreciate you being here. But, yeah, plus we got trash tomorrow, so we got to get trash and everything all gathered up, taken out. Got a bunch of stuff still to do before getting to bed tonight. So, I appreciate everybody that's been here. As usual, it's been fun. So, all I can say is until next time, everybody stay safe and God bless.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.